Detailed case summary. United States v. Nixon is a landmark Supreme Court case from 1974 that had significant implications for the power of the presidency and the principle of judicial review. The case arose during the Watergate scandal, a major political scandal following a break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters. President Richard Nixon had asserted executive privilege to withhold tape recordings subpoenaed during the investigation. The Supreme Court unanimously ruled that the president must comply with the subpoena, setting a precedent that no one, not even the president, is above the law. Background facts. Claimant: United States Special Prosecutor Leon Jaworski. Defendant: President Richard Nixon. Facts: the Watergate scandal began with a break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters at the Watergate Office Complex in Washington, D.C. in 1972. Investigations revealed a connection between the burglars and the committee to re-elect the president (ERP), raising suspicions of a broader conspiracy. A special prosecutor, Archibald Cox, was appointed to investigate the scandal, later replaced by Leon Jaworski. Jaworski obtained a subpoena for tape recordings of conversations in the Oval Office, which were believed to contain evidence related to the Watergate break-in and its cover-up. President Nixon refused to release the tapes, citing executive privilege, leading to a legal battle. Argument in the court case. Prosecution argument. The prosecution, represented by Special Prosecutor Leon Jaworski, argued that the tapes were essential evidence for the ongoing investigation. They contended that executive privilege could not be used to withhold evidence in a criminal trial and that the judicial system had the right to review the evidence to ensure justice. Defense argument. President Nixon's legal team argued that the president had an absolute executive privilege to protect confidential communications and ensure the separation of powers. They claimed that forcing the president to release the tapes would undermine executive branch confidentiality and independence. Final outcome and legal justification. Outcome. The Supreme Court issued a unanimous decision 8-0 ordering President Nixon to release the tape recordings. Legal justification. The court acknowledged the need for confidentiality in executive communications but emphasized that this privilege is not absolute. The ruling stated that executive privilege could not be used to obstruct the administration of justice in criminal prosecutions. Chief Justice Warren E. Burger, writing for the court, highlighted that the fundamental demands of due process of law in the fair administration of justice outweighed the general interest in confidentiality. The court held that the judiciary had the authority to review claims of executive privilege and determine their validity in the context of the evidence's necessity for a criminal trial. Key concept: separation of powers. The decision reinforced the principle of checks and balances by affirming the judiciary's role in reviewing executive actions. A rule of law. The case underscored that no individual, including the president, is above the law, establishing a crucial precedent for the accountability of government officials. Executive privilege. The ruling clarified the limits of executive privilege, stating that it cannot be used to shield evidence in criminal investigations. Key learnings. This case is pivotal for understanding the boundaries of executive power and the essential role of the judiciary in maintaining the rule of law. It highlights the importance of transparency and accountability in government, ensuring that legal proceedings can access necessary evidence even from the highest offices. Law students and legal professionals should appreciate the balance between executive confidentiality and the imperative of justice, recognizing the judiciary's critical function in upholding constitutional principles.